Coming up on Mountain News at 6, 5 counts of attempted murder, a 3-hour search, 2 shots, and 1 arrest. We have more on a shooting that ended with one Bell County man behind bars. And he reportedly left a hospital against medical advice, and 1 day later, police found him dead in Somerset. What may have caused his death coming up.
Plus, after a cold Christmas weekend, we're seeing not only the return of sunshine, but the return of mild air, too. Very latest on the way as Mountain News at 6 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Last night, Bell County deputies were dispatched to US 119 near Pine Mountain Storage after they received a call about a road rage incident. WYMT's Olivia Calfee has more on what happened next.
Bell County Dispatch received a call at 5:32 p.m. on December 26th. Police say the suspect, identified as Michael Shane Douglas, reportedly shot at a car containing 2 passengers that was driving down US 119.
The victim stated that while traveling on US 119, a road rage incident occurred to which the suspect shot their vehicle. Sergeant Southern saw that the vehicle had been shot in the tail light. From there, he requested assistance from Pineville Police Department and asked the area of where the suspect had went to.
The victims pointed the officers in the direction of Haley Lane, located along US 119. 3 officers proceeded to approach the area.
To which the suspect came from behind a building and fired a shot towards the officers. From there, the officers then retreated back to their vehicle to maintain cover and safety.
US 119 was shut down and a nearby Save-A-Lot and Family Dollar stores were evacuated. Police Chief Brandon Hollingsworth was at the scene, and he says it is their duty to keep the community safe.
What we take an oath to is to protect and serve, and we're going to protect our community and serve them the best that we can. And we're going to protect our brothers in blue, and we're going to make sure that we're going home safe and that they're going home safe to their families.
No one was injured, and Douglas was arrested at 8:02 p.m. and taken to the Bell County Detention Center. He was arraigned on Tuesday morning, appearing in Bell County District Court before Judge Robert T. Yoakum, who set Douglas's bond at $500,000. In Bell County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Douglas's preliminary hearing is set for 1:30 p.m. on January 3rd. Also in Bell County, police are asking for your help finding a stolen pickup truck. Middlesboro police posted this picture of the truck, a 1982 Ford, on their Facebook page today. Officers say the vehicle was stolen from West End Homes around 3 a.m. If you have any information on where the truck might be, you're asked to call the Middlesboro Police Department at 606-248-3636. All calls and information will remain confidential. A longtime Morehead State University employee has died. 49-year-old Barry Spartman of Morehead died on Friday due to complications from pneumonia. The Pike County native was a library specialist at Morehead State University's Camden Carroll Library. He started there right after he graduated from Elkhorn City High School. His visitation is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, with a memorial service at 1 p.m. at Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals in Morehead.
Well, cold air continues at least for one more night throughout the region before temperatures above freezing stay here for a while. Here's a look outside at several of our spots. London Corbin Airport, you see we've still got some snow there on, or at least next to the walkways, but they are starting to melt that. And we've melted our parking lot here at WYMT. That morning sunshine really helping melt things there. And we're all quiet in Pikeville as well at this hour. Temperatures, middle 30s for many. We're headed back down below freezing. Some of us already there. Jonesville-wise at freezing. Irvin's below freezing at this hour. Nothing to worry about on pinpoint Doppler, but we are going to keep an eye on those clouds trying to sneak in from the north tonight. Otherwise, partly to mostly clear. Temperatures into the mid-20s for many of us running through tonight. Details, though, in a few minutes on how long the warm weather stays in just a little bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Officials in Pulaski County say freezing temperatures could be to blame for a man's death. Donald Perdue's sister, Melissa Perdue, says her brother was in an accident several years ago. He severed his spinal cord and suffered a traumatic brain injury. Melissa says she obtained guardianship of her brother. Recently, Donald has been at Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital for several weeks, and Melissa explained that she was working with his social worker to get him into a rehab facility before having him released from the hospital. But Somerset police say Donald checked himself out of the hospital Thursday afternoon against medical advice. The next day, officers say his body was found behind a business. Samantha Valentino has more now about what happened.
When they called me to tell me that my brother had left the facility and he signed himself out, he was already gone. So that's when me and my family started looking for him.
But Melissa says her brother wasn't found until someone spotted his wheelchair and later his body behind an urgent care center. Just across the street from the hospital he had checked himself out of the day before.
And from the evidence that's left, he started a small fire to try to stay warm. And at some point he must have realized he was too cold, and he tried to wheel away, and he fell out of his wheelchair and laid in the snow for several hours by himself.
The coroner has not yet released an official cause of death.
When they found my brother, they were very hesitant to tell me the condition of his body, and without going into too much detail, it was frostbite to the most extreme level.
That was Samantha Valentino reporting. Melissa says that as hard as it is for her to talk about her brother's death, she hopes telling his story will prevent this from happening to anyone else. Our sister station, WKYT, has reached out to Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital but has not heard back. Melissa says they have not returned her calls either. Due to the recent frigid temperatures, many communities are facing issues with water service. In Floyd County, officials say lines and meters have frozen and burst and left around 1,000 Southern Water customers without service. Floyd County Judge Executive Robbie Williams says it could take upwards of 3 days to restore the entire area's water service, but hopes to get a large portion restored by tomorrow.
We're hoping that we can get a big chunk of that Southern Water can get a big chunk of those customers back operational tomorrow and back in water.
Williams also said most outages are in higher elevations of the county, and bottled water is currently being distributed at the old Wheelwright Gym. We'll have more on the outage tonight at 11. Firefighters from Harlan and Sunshine Fire Departments were called to Harlan ARH for what came in originally as a fire alarm activation yesterday. When they got there and searched the building, they did not find any evidence of smoke or fire, but what they did find was a busted sprinkler system pipe that was pouring water into the basement. The two departments set up diversion dams to keep the water from spreading into nearby offices. ARH maintenance staff are now working on fixing the issue. No word if anything was seriously damaged. Governor Beshear says he's heard of many people dealing with burst pipes following the Arctic freeze over the weekend. The governor says all the people still living in travel trailers following the flooding are safe. He says some people did have to be evacuated to a state park. I believe that was Buckhorn. Governor Beshear is also thanking people for preparing ahead of time and staying off the roads during the winter storm.
We can repair infrastructure. We can't replace lost people. So as we move into this new year, just be safe and know that the preparation that you made and that we made paid off.
The governor says as temperatures warm up, it's likely we could see more water pipe issues.
And that warm air sticks around for a while. Could also lead to the return of some rain showers in places as we close out the year. The latest coming up after this. Plus.
Well, the holiday season may be coming to an end. Local organizations say they hope your donations will not. While organizers hope those donations to food pantries will continue well beyond the giving season.